Good morning, guys. In this tutorial, what we're going to create is a basic main menu that'll let the player resume from their last checkpoint when they open up the game. So let's just get started. This one should be pretty easy. If you go into your content browser and go into the checkpoint folder that we created in one of the first blueprints, one of the first videos in this series, create a new, go to user interface and then go widget blueprint and then call this main menu down there like that. And before we do anything with that, let's just go up to file and go new level and go default like that. This is the map that we're going to create our menu in, because when the editor or the game opens, it needs to open a default map, and in this menu map that we're going to have here, we're going to set up all the functionality for creating the menu widget and everything. So we can delete that floor, we don't need that, and we're just going to save this map. So go Control S, and in here just call this main menu like that. Okay, so now what we might do is we might set up a camera. So if you go to search classes and type in camera like that, just drag that into the world, and over here in the location settings set that to 000, and you can see just there what that looks like. So that's fine like that. And if we go up here to blueprints like this and go open level blueprint, and on event begin play, actually before we even do that, just dock that up there like that, and in this main menu map go to world settings over here, and here we've got an option for game mode override. So what we could do is we could just set that to third person game mode like that, and then just override the settings down here. So default pawn class, we might just have, what if we just set that to none like that? Let's try that. Set that to none, and maybe we can even change the HUD class. No, let's not worry about that. Set the default pawn class to none, and what happens if we hit play? Okay, we don't have a pawn, and it looks like we've automatically possessed that camera in the center of the world. Beautiful. But let me just check actually, because what might have happened is we might have just spawned a spectator in the middle of the world. So if I rotate that up like that, you can see we've got blue sky. If we hit play, okay, so we haven't possessed the camera because this is still very white. So to possess the camera, go into event begin play in here, and if you drag get player controller, right click and get player controller, and then if you go back into here and we grab the camera, there we go, right click and get a reference to the camera, and then you can say, I think it's called set view target. With blend, we don't need the blend, but this will do the job. I think there's a better node to do this, but this is fine. So that'll set the player controller, which is us, to be viewing from the camera actor like that. And it has an option for a blend time, but we're not going to worry about that. So this will just set our view up for that camera. So if we save all of that, hit play, there we go. Now we've got that nice blue sky because we're looking through that camera right there. Alright, so now we've got that. Let's set up the menu widget. So first thing that we'll do is we'll just add some text, I guess. Actually go scale box like that. We'll add some text to the scale box. We'll also get a another scale box, or a size box rather. We'll get a size box like that, and that can sit down there. Let's just set the scale box up first. I'm not actually sure we want that to be a scale box, but let's just go and we'll see what happens. So anchor that to the center like that. This is going to be the main header. If you click on your scale box, change the anchor to the center, and then change the position relative to the center to 0 and 0 like that. Now change the alignment to 0.5. Oops. My hands are very cold this morning. 0.5 and 0.5 so that it's actually in the dead center. And then if you, I don't even think we need that scale box actually. Let's just get rid of the scale box and just use the text. So delete the scale box. Do exactly what we just did for the text like this. So anchor it to the center. Change the position to 0, 0 relative to the center anchor. Here we've got an option for size. Let's just say size to content for now. And then change the alignment to 0.5 and 0.5. Now that should be in the center, and then this, you change the text to the name of the game. So this is going to be Fully Sick Platformer is what we're going to call it. And then if you go down to, there should be an option for font or something. Maybe I've missed it already. Font, there we go. We can change that so it's a bit bigger. Just like that. And I might just move that up a bit. So if you change the position Y to something like 100, no, that's the wrong way. Negative 200, just like that. So it's a bit upwards from the center. Okay, so that's cool. Now let's say we want to add in a button to start playing. So to do that, type in button, drag that down into your canvas panel like that. Anchor that to the center just like we did for the other thing. Change the position relative to the center to 0 and 0, but maybe 0 and 200 might be good, just like the header. Change the size to maybe 400 and 200, something like that, so it's nice and big button, or 400 and 150. The alignment to 0.5 again, and 0.5, just like that. And then that should be pretty good. I'm liking the look of that, that's fine. Let's call this button down here though, play button, like that. Okay, now we can delete that other size box that we have. We don't need that. And in the button, we're going to add some text. So grab text and then attach that to the button like that. And then that text, we can just change that to play. So it says play. And then we can scale that up to 56 or something, 72. It's whatever looks nice. Just like that. And obviously this looks like absolute shit. You could change this to make it look a lot more stylish. Like you could even import your own artwork for the text, and instead of having text you could put in an image. So you go up here and you type in image, you drag your image into here, you set it up so that it's positioned like that, and then you change the brush to an actual image. But I don't have an image at the moment, so let's not worry about that, but that's how you do it. And you can change the style of all this as well, so we can change the color of the button to like, so that's the text color, so maybe we can make that black. And we can change the background color of the button to something that stands out against the blue background, so maybe we can make it like that orange. And then we can change the color of the text up here to, I don't know, like red. Big spooky red, fully sick platformer. Maybe we can make it in caps locks. Platformed ya. Alright, cool. And then I guess if you wanted as well, you could grab text again and drag that onto your canvas panel and anchor this one to the bottom this time. And then you could go 0, 0. Size is size to content. Alignment will be 0.5 and 1 for this one, so that anchors right to the bottom like that. And we can change the position to negative 50 or something like that. And then down here you could put your name. So I'm going to put my name down here. Actually, no, I don't want my name attached to this shitty main menu. Look at that, that's hideous. No, who cares? Okay. Now I can change the color of that to be like black or something. That'll stand out against the sky. Alright, now you got this fully sick, very well color coordinated menu. Let's add some functionality to that button. So if you go into your construction script, down here, you get play button, right click. Maybe you don't want right click. You want to go down here and you're going to say unclicked, like that. So whenever this button's clicked, we're going to do something. Now what we're going to do is, let's spawn a sound. Let's animate this a little bit so that it looks real deadly. So we'll spawn a sound. I think we had a scary sound that we used in one of the earlier tutorials, and there'll be a link to that in one of the earlier tutorials as well. This one's Scene. I don't know if you can see that because I don't know if you can hear it rather because my volume's a bit low. But change the pitch multiply to 0.5 to make it sound scary. I think we also had a little fading out widget as well. Let me just have a look and see if I can find that. Fade to black, yeah. So if we created this in, it would have been, it was called like level end volume overlap or something tutorial, fall kill tutorial. It's one of the earlier ones in the series. So this can be we want to say create widget, like that. Fade to black. And there was an animation called fade to black, just like that, I think. And then we're going to say add to viewport. And that should be done, I believe. So what this is going to do, it's going to spawn the sound, the screen is going to fade out. I'm not sure how long that took exactly, but that's alright. Let's just delay this. We'll have a delay for like 2 seconds. We'll wait for 2 seconds. And then after that, what we're going to do is we are going to open a level. And that level that we're going to open, we're going to call hub. Now we haven't created that level yet, but I'm going to go create that right now. So that should work. Let's go and create that hub level now. So go new level up here, default, Control S to save. We're going to call this hub. And let's just scale this ground, change the location to 0, 0, 0. And let's just scale that to like 10 or something, so we got plenty of room to run around. Okay, now let's go and test that menu widget. So go open level, go to main menu, click play. Alright, so we've got our camera, but we don't have the widget yet. So what we need to do is we need to go to the level blueprint, and we need to actually tell us to create the widget. So we're going to go create widget, and that's going to be main menu widget, add to viewport. And what we'll also do is we'll also say set input mode UI only, like that. Get player controller, because it's a menu, so if you set the mode to UI, you'll have your mouse on the screen and it'll just help me click on stuff. What we can also do is off our player controller, we can say set show mouse cursor, and set that to true, because we want the cursor to be visible, obviously. Okay, and the widget to focus for the set input mode to UI is the menu widget, just like that. Okay, so that should be all good, I believe. Fully sick platformer. This is the menu, and we got our play button there. If we click that, man, that's terrifying. Alright, and this opened up the hub world, but nothing's actually in the hub world. And that could be, I'm not sure why that is. Maybe we spawned like through the floor or something. Open level hub. Let's have a look. So for a hub, do we have a player start in the hub world? Yeah, we got a player start. Maybe there was a problem with the game mode or something. So what if we change the game mode to third person game mode, and the default pawn class here can be third person character? Let's give that a try. So if we hit play in here, yeah, we're definitely in the game. So if we go to the main menu over here, and we hit play, okay, so it looked like our guy just spawned in and then fell off the screen. So we could have like a new menu game mode where we, sorry I don't know how to figure out this whole override thing. What we could just do is just on begin play, just as a cheeky workaround. So if we go into the level blueprint again of the main menu, we're in the main menu like that. And we, right on begin play, we could just say get player character, and we can just say destroy actor, like that. So that'll destroy the mannequin, and then as soon as he's destroyed, we're going to set our view target to the camera, just like that. So it's a bit of a workaround, but that should do the job, I hope. Alright, no mannequin, you got the play button, hit play. That's terrifying. And then here we go, we're in the hub world. Alright, and we can't actually move anything because the game mode's set to UI only. So what we need to do, this is all good in the level blueprint. In the main menu here, after our delay of 5 seconds and we open the level, what we're going to do over here is we're going to say set game mode Oops. Maybe we will need to get player controller. Get the player controller and say set game mode only, just like that. Set input mode game mode only. Okay, that should do the job. So now if we go main menu again, hit play. Hopefully you can hear that sound because that's horrifying. Alright, we're in the game and we can move. Beautiful. Okay, that's good. So now let's just tidy this up a bit. So let's right click all of that there, collapse nodes, and we're going to collapse that and call that feedback because that's just all like effects. So we click the play button, we get the feedback, like the screen fading out and all of that. We have a delay like that. Perhaps before we have the delay, this is where we're going to do the save data. How long is this video? Because maybe this would be a good one to leave till next time. Alright, this is already 16 minutes, so I'm gonna cut that there. In the next tutorial, what I'm going to show you how to do is to set up the menu to create the save data for the game, and then the save data is going to be updated whenever you hit the checkpoints, whenever you finish a level. And each time you finish a level, it's going to unlock a new level in that hub world that we just created. And that's going to be the main world that you're going back and forwards between to hop between the new levels. So alright guys, I'll leave this one here and I'll see you in the next one. Let me know if you have any questions about any of this, and yeah, we'll see you soon.